missed you!
Ladies and gentlemen, Borderlands 4. Last month, I was lucky enough to be invited to the 2K office in Sydney to be one of the first in the world to play Borderlands 4. Thank you so much to 2K for the opportunity to see the game early and for sponsoring this video. Anyway, let's get on with it and show you what you're all here for. Welcome to Fadefields. During our session, we got to explore a section of the open world map which had us play as one of the 2 Vault Hunters with a handful of missions to pick from. I chose to play as Vex, a dark siren with a spectral familiar called Trouble, to summon for support and to fight alongside you. The team helping us emphasize the build we were playing was only a small section of what the final game will have available, which still felt huge when traveling around. Randy also made a point of saying if you can see it, you can get there, even if it's in the sky. To complement this, the game is one open world with no load times between zones, only taking you to different screens if you die or if you're loading into a cutscene. To make travel much easier around such an open world, you can now summon a hover bike anywhere you are to get around quicker.
Information, weapons, books, anything that gives us hope.
Heads up! Last time I scouted these wrecks, some rippers.
As someone who has only scratched the surface of Borderlands games without knowing the prior story, Borderlands 4 doesn't require past game knowledge to understand what's happening. With that being said, long-term Borderlands fans will enjoy some returning characters and Easter eggs along the way.
Sending like low.
Borderlands 4 still features skill trees which are easy to navigate and change, allowing you to lean in more on a certain playstyle. I didn't change mine as I learned my abilities while playing, but there is enough to pick from that you're spoiled for choice but not too overwhelmed. Aside from ammo for your guns, all other abilities and single-use utilities recharge over time. Grenades regenerate when they're thrown, you can heal on the fly, which can also give you additional benefits even if you're at full health, and not having to worry about managing as many consumables all the time personally make combat flow a lot more. In harder fights, you'll also have to think about when you pop your health kits before it regenerates, though if you do go down, of course, you still have the fight for your life mechanic to get back up again. Trouble is really useful in a lot of scenarios, from being able to warp onto an enemy and cause AoE damage where it teleports, or you can switch to making Trouble explode when you command for greater damage while losing Trouble but also regaining health. There are so many other ways to play than what I had time to try out. I did get some time to also play as Rougher, but you'll have to wait a bit longer for me to upload that part of the playthrough. Movement. This was by far my favorite part of the build we played. Besides the bike you are now able to summon at any time, ground slams are still in the game, but you carry some momentum when you hit the ground to make things feel more fluid. You can now double jump and you can burst strafe on the ground or in midair to dodge attacks or reach areas that you normally wouldn't be able to reach. The burst strafe can be used very efficiently to dodge attacks and to get out of harm's way. There are even fights you can encounter where dodge timing is important and you can see telegraphed attacks to know when you should be using it. This extra layer of movement and timing makes fights even more challenging but fun at the same time. But the real standout addition is the grapple hook. This utility changes the game in a significant way, being able to climb to higher ledges with ease, break open weak points on enemies, and pulling containers to throw at enemies for damage and for debuffs. Combining all this movement tech in fights makes you very hard to hit and makes every fight feel different.
So long as the boat's not damaged.
Another small but welcome change is you are no longer deathly allergic to water. You are now capable of swimming, and while I didn't come across any water in my time playing, I think it's safe to assume at some point there will be hidden areas or obstacles involving water now we're capable of getting in without spontaneously disintegrating. Visually, Borderlands 4 looks and feels a lot more mature. The UI and menus are clean and easy to navigate, and personally I'm a big fan of the cel-shaded art style not being as prominent as it was in prior games. Things look new and updated without straying too far from what people know Borderlands to look like. The GPU used in this video is an RTX 4070 playing at 4K, and you can draw your own conclusions as to how the game looks in this video.
Heads up! Last time I scouted these wrecks, some rippers had moved in.
All the parts still there?
Yeah.
Turn you to dust! Or goo! Still working it out!
Another really big change is the loot, specifically the weapons in-game. Instead of all weapons being made by a certain manufacturer, there are parts from each you'll find on other guns. This opens up so many more possibilities for weapon perks and abilities, and adds an even higher chance to finding more unique weapons during your playthrough. While I didn't explore this fully in my playthrough, as the weapons we started with were already quite good, it's something to look out for once you start playing.
I never thought to ask him until this very moment.
Overall, I genuinely enjoyed my time playing the game. The movement feels polished and smooth, the updated graphics and visuals are a win for me, and all the new changes made my 2 hours of playtime fly by. We'll find out more about the story and what the gameplay loop looks like when the game launches on September 12th, but in the meantime, if you're keen for Borderlands 4, you can pre-order with the link down in the description below. This is also a new approach to videos for me. I don't usually do voiceover videos sharing my thoughts on a game like this, so any feedback is greatly appreciated. Once again, thank you so much to 2K for the chance to see this game before the rest of the world. It's still surreal to think that I'm less than one of 100 creators able to do this, and meeting Randy Pitchford and Andrew Reiner in person was the cherry on top. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video.